Dear students, we are going to start chapter 1, reproduction in organisms. In this video, we will discuss about reproduction, importance of reproduction, lifespan of organisms, and types of reproduction found in organisms. So let's start. What is reproduction? The word reproduction is itself made up of two words, re and production. Re means again and production means creation or to produce. So it is the process by which organisms make more of their own kind. And therefore, it can be defined as the biological process in which an organism gives rise to young ones or offsprings similar to itself is called reproduction. Now question arises that what would have happened if there is no reproduction? Why do living organisms need reproduction? Here comes the role of reproduction. Number one, the reproduction process maintains continuity of species. We know that the reproduction is one of the basic life process which occurs in most of the living organisms. Can you name some living organism in which reproduction does not occur? We know that mule, workers bee, and unfertile humans are some of the living organisms which do not reproduce at all. And if there is no reproduction, no new next generation is formed, and therefore the species would become extinct. But an individual may live without reproduction. And therefore we can say that reproduction is not a necessary process for an individual, but it is essential for a species. Next importance is inheritance, which means the transfer of characters from parent to offsprings. Since parents produce new generation, some characters are transferred from parent to offsprings by this process, that is by reproduction process. It helps in creation and inheritance of genetic variations. Genetic variations means differences among the individuals of a species or even of a same parent. And reproduction, especially sexual reproduction, causes variation. Why variations are more common in sexual reproduction as compared to asexual? Since sexual reproduction involves two parents, genetic material from both parents combine together and give rise to variations. Moreover, during gamete formation, crossing over takes place, and due to which variations occur. Next importance is reproduction process helps in evolution. Since variations occurs due to reproduction process in next generation, and therefore over the time new species are formed, it means reproduction process help in evolution. Next topic is phases of life. What are the different phases of life? An organism survival is in between birth and death. An organism takes birth, grows, reproduces, becomes old, and eventually die. So what is the time period up to which an organism live is known as? Student, it is called lifespan of an organism, which refers to the time period from birth to the natural death of an organism. And during this time period, an individual pass through different stages or phases. Number one, juvenile phase, which is mainly growth phase. Then it is reproductive age, in which it produces new individuals, and then aging and census, which leads to death. It means every organism has to die someday, except some single-celled organisms. No individual is immortal. Single-celled organisms which reproduce by binary fission are said to be immortal because they divide and form two new cells, which further divide, forming new cells. Here, cell division is itself a mode of reproduction, and the original parent do not die. Therefore, unicellular organisms which produce by binary fission are said to be immortal. Every organism has definite lifespan. The lifespan of some organisms is given in table. Elephant, it is 60 to 90 years. For a dog, lifespan is 20 to 30 years. For butterfly, it is 1 to 2 weeks only. For crow, it is 15 years. For parrot, 140 years. Cow, 20 to 25 years. Horse, 60 years. Crocodile, 60 years. Fruit fly, 30 days. Tortoise, 100 to 150 years. Rose plant lives for 5 to 7 years. Banana tree for 25 years. Rice plant 3 to 4 months, and banyan tree has a lifespan of about 200 years. From the table, if we observe, we conclude that the lifespan of an organism is not necessarily correlated to its size. For example, if you consider crow and parrot, both are of almost same size, but their lifespan is different. For crow, it is 15 years, and parrot, it is 140 years. Likewise, a cow has a lifespan of 20 to 25 years, but a similar size animal, horse, it has a lifespan of 60 years. So we can say that lifespan of organism not necessarily correlated to size of organisms. Now coming to the next topic, which is types of reproduction. There are two types of reproduction. One is asexual and other is sexual reproduction. This classification is based upon the number of parents involved. If only a single parent is involved, the type of reproduction is considered as asexual reproduction, while if two parents are involved, the type of reproduction is considered as sexual reproduction. Here are some another differences between asexual and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is uniparental, while sexual reproduction is biparental, means involves two parents. Asexual reproduction, there is no sex organs are formed, but in sexual reproduction, sex organs are formed. In asexual reproduction, formation and fusion of gametes is not involved, but in sexual reproduction, formation and fusion of gametes occurs. In asexual reproduction, fertilization is absent, therefore zygote is not formed, and sexual reproduction involves the formation of zygote. If we consider the type of cell division, in asexual reproduction, only mitotic divisions takes place. No meiosis absent. Meiosis type cell division is absent. In sexual reproduction, meiosis occurs and mitosis as well. In asexual reproduction, offsprings are identical to their parents. Identical means genetically and morphologically similar individuals. Since only a single parent is involved, offsprings are identical. But in sexual reproduction, they are not identical. Asexual reproduction has no evolutionary significance because variations are absent there. But sexual reproduction has evolutionary significance. If you consider the number of offspring produced, asexual reproduction has a large number of progeny. But in sexual reproduction, usually less number of progenies are produced.